Hey guys, if you've ever wondered whether a situation is good for you or not so good for you, you're definitely going to want to stick around for today's reading. Hi, I'm Jaime Pfeffer, and I love helping empaths and people who are on a spiritual path to get the support and the guidance that they need. So, today, we have a really great topic for our reading, and I'm really looking forward to it. So the question that we're asking is choice A the right decision for me, or is choice A the wrong decision for me? And choice A can be whatever it is that's going on in your life. So we have 3 stacks of cards today. You can pick stack A, stack B, or stack C. Take a moment and choose the stack that's speaking to you today. You got it? Okay, great. Before we move forward into the timestamps, I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel right here down below. And also, if you like the video or it resonates with you or you're validated by it, go down and leave me a comment and let me know. Okay, so now on to your reading. If you pick stack A, here are the cards for you. The first card that came out for you is choose a new direction. I don't know if it could be any more clear than that, but I did get another card that jumped out, and that second card is ask for help from others. So it seems like you might be in a situation, I'm hearing it could be a relationship, I'm hearing the word self-esteem, so you may be uncertain about what to do. I'm also hearing people pleasing right now, so there might be a scenario that you've been asked to participate in or partake in, and your self-esteem, you may feel like this isn't a good thing for me, but your self-esteem, you may have a reliance on other people for your self-esteem. And of course, if that's the case, then saying no to those people and fearing their backlash or whatever type of response that they would give you would deplete your self-esteem. So just keep that in mind. Let's see the other cards that you get. And the first cards that I was using came from the Angel Answers Oracle card deck by Radley Valentine. Okay, that's too many. Okay, so if you pick stack A, the next card I have for you is Jesus. And these are from the Mary Queen of Angels Oracle card deck. So it's Jesus, and it says, I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. For me personally, and I'm telling you this as a reader and a psychic because you are watching this reading, Jesus always comes up for me when compassion is needed, when forgiveness is needed. And also Jesus comes up for me often if there is a person with an addictive personality or addictive behaviors in the scenario. So this could be drugs, alcohol, work, gambling, but it could also be the counterpart to that, which is codependency, what was once called the para-alcoholic. So it's almost like the opposite of what you would think of when you would think of a drug addict. The codependent is the person on the other side who isn't aware of their feelings or might be aware of their feelings, but is like terrified to speak up about their feelings. So there's usually like someone who's a really big taker. That would be the drug addict type of person. And then there's someone who's a really big giver. So there's an overtaker and there's an overgiver. So that's what I get personally whenever Jesus comes into a reading. Jesus, or the Christ energy, the Christ light, can help you get to a high enough perspective where you can take your emotions out of this situation, which I know is really difficult when you're in it. But it can allow you to get to such a high vibration that you can be in this Christ light, and it's almost like you aren't affected by the sickness or by the addiction. The next card you have is marriage. So this might be something that's going on with one of your partners. It could be a situation that is involving a past life. Also, it says, I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. So taking all the religious stuff out of it, because when I'm talking about Jesus, when I'm talking about Mother Mary, I'm speaking about them more as they are two ascended masters of a great many line or group of ascended masters from various religions. So this, to me, the fact that we've already had choose a new direction, it's telling me that this is not the right situation for you. So ask for help from others. And if you don't feel comfortable, if you're surrounded by a bunch of sickness or by people who are all in denial or who are all in this pattern of addiction, you're not going to get the validation or the support that you need to take care of your own needs by going to these specific people, because they don't think that anything is wrong. So ask for help from others can mean you've got to go above that circle of influence if it's all sickness around you. And that could mean anything from going to a therapist who specializes in addiction or family systems therapy, going to your angels and guides and asking for validation, finding someone like me who's going to give you validation. I also do coaching and I do individual readings. So, and there's also many other readers on YouTube. So, don't force yourself to do anything that you don't feel comfortable with, but ask for help from others is telling you it's time to get some healthy, I'm hearing, boundaries. And the last card you have is Mother. So I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. So whether this is about your mother, whether it's a mother wounding that is being triggered, Mother Mary is the ultimate mother. And, it's like our parents are human and our siblings are human and our children are human. We can't look to other people or expect them to be perfect. This doesn't mean that we allow unacceptable behavior, though. So what often has to happen is we have to learn how to parent ourselves. We have to give ourselves the unconditional love that we were trained to look for in other people. And unfortunately, those other people are never going to be able to give it. I know exactly where you're at, and I'm sending you support, and so are your angels, and so are your spirit guides. Hang in there, stay strong, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I would love to hear if this resonates with you. Please leave me a comment down below, and remember to like the video. And with that is Stack A. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who chose Stack B, I'm Jaime Pfeffer again, and before I get into it, please make sure to subscribe and give the video a like. And I'm doing something a little bit differently today. I'm actually shuffling the cards right now on camera. So I'm going to start with Radley Valentine's beautiful Angel Answers deck. So just give me a second and I will shuffle these, as you can hear. And as a reader, I get cards that jump out. So I got two right here. Okay, so right off the bat, Stack B, your answer is yes. You have a resounding yes. So going toward this situation, you have a yes. Awesome. You also have big, happy changes. So if whatever the situation is, or maybe it's a person, if this was an issue for you in the past or something that you were afraid about, these cards right here, these are beautiful cards. They're saying yes, and big, happy changes are coming your way. I love the fact that it's purple and pink together, or magenta. Purple is for the crown chakra, so I'm hearing that you've done some work in terms of changing your thinking. You've been doing more positive thinking, whether you're aware of it or not. And the magenta card, that can be about the heart chakra, but that can also be about a higher level chakra. So this is fantastic. Awesome for you. The next card that I see is actually forgiveness. So you may have done some forgiveness work recently. And if that's the case for you, congratulations, because it's paid off for you. So the next deck that I'm going to be using for you is the Mary, Queen of Angels. And just like I said in the previous, in Stack A, I'm really not talking about these in terms of the religious aspect. I'm talking about Mother Mary in terms of an ascended master. I believe that there are many different ascended masters across various religions that have important principles or teachings for all of us. So Mother Mary is really about an ultimate unconditional love. It's a very high aspect of the divine feminine, a extremely nurturing energy. So the card that jumped right out for you is the Inner Child card. This is a beautiful card. This is really talking about nurturing and being there for your inner child. So let's see what else you get for Mother Mary, for the Mother Mary cards. Stack B. And again, I said this previously, but I am a medium, a psychic. I do readings, I do cards, I do coaching, all that kind of stuff. So you can check out my website if you're interested in anything like that. Awesome. So your next card out is Devotion. And it says, as I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I'm clear about what to do next. So of course, replace the word God with whatever that means to you, the universe, source, higher power, higher self. It really seems like you made a commitment to yourself. And whatever this is in this scenario or situation, if you are planning on going toward that, if it's part of your devotion, your answer is a resounding yes to go for it. And right under that, you had the Joy card, which is gorgeous. By enjoying this moment, I'm giving thanks to God for my life. So that was awesome. This is like a super easy, this super good, smooth stack. And so the last cards that I'm doing are these healing crystals, excuse me, healing crystals playing cards. And the first card out is Ammonite, and this is an ace. So aces always indicate a new beginning of some sort. So the scenario or situation that you were asking about, you can go into this without any baggage. You can go into this free and clear with a clear conscience, starting over. And remember that when you do start a new beginning, you don't want to take any old stuff with you. If you've ever seen the Fool card in a traditional tarot, he's got like a little sack over his shoulder, and it's a really little sack. I mean, there's only a couple things that could fit in there. So Ammonite is empowering, it's energizing, and it's cleansing. So on this card, it says third eye chakra. So that really means in terms of your visualizations, make sure you're visualizing positive things happening, positive manifestation of your dreams. And the next card that you have is Moonstone, Goddess Energy, Inspiration. I'm really hearing travel with this card. So if this scenario for you has anything to do with travel, go for it. So that is it for Stack B. If you enjoyed the reading, please make sure to like and leave me a comment and let me know, because then I know if this stuff is resonating with you guys. I can make sure that it's getting out to the right people, and I can make more videos like this. So thank you so much, Stack B. Hey, it's Jaime Pfeffer. Thank you, anyone who picked Stack C. And I'm doing something a little bit differently today, and that involves me actually shuffling the cards on camera. So I'm starting out with Radleigh Valentine's Angel Answer Oracle cards. And what I got for you right away was the yes card, but it was upside down. So I'm going to do a clarifier for that, because yes, upside down, I don't know. We'll see. Anytime something like that happens, it means something to me. Okay, so the next card that came out was within the next few months. So if there's a scenario over here that you're wondering about, could be yes or no, and it's saying it will happen within the next few months. So let's see what else we get. We're trying to find out, is this scenario a good scenario for all those who picked Stack C? Okay, I saw the Choose a New Direction card come up, so we'll have to see if that comes out again. All right, so now I got Get More Information. So you might want to get more information about this thing. Also, it feels like, okay, be assertive, perfect. So, stack C, what I'm getting from this is that you're on the fence. You're not really sure what to do, which would make perfect sense. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to this. Should I do it or should I not do it reading? So, your yes card came in upside down. What I would advise you to do is really get quiet with yourself and make a list. Why do I want to do this? What are my motives? And really try to feel into whether anyone else is putting pressure on you. You don't want to do things just because somebody's putting pressure on you or is trying to control you. You really need to be true to yourself, because when we're not true to ourselves, we actually end up sacrificing ourselves for other people. And that's when those people don't give back to us or reciprocate, it can feel really painful. And the big part of it is that we sacrificed ourselves for them. So let's move on to the Mother Mary Queen of Angels cards. These are by Doreen Virtue. And Mother Mary has a very, very nurturing energy. If you aren't aware, one of her symbols is also the rose. So if you see a rose at any time, it is Mother Mary. Okay, beautiful. So the first card you got is the Feminine. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. So some people actually learned to suppress their feminine energy. We may have been taught that, the word hysterical comes to mind. I will tell you that from a very early time, many famous Norse explorers and things like people like the Vikings, they would have an oracle on board, and it was always a woman because of her intuition. She would use her intuition and tell the sailors which way to travel. So what this card is saying is, don't feel ashamed of your femininity, especially if you're surrounded by a very masculine energy. It's time for you to really stand up in your feminine power and know that you are equal and you are just as important as any masculine. Your masculine side is also important. Okay, so your next card is Quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. So this is a validation of what I was just talking about. And the card after that is Family. So this might involve someone in your family. I pray for my family and give the situation over to God for answer, support, and healing. So instead of obsessing over it yourself, which really isn't getting you anything, and it's probably just creating more anxiety and problems for you, just give it up. Give it over to your higher power. I know this can be really difficult, but you've got to surrender things in order for them to come to you. Also, what I was going to say before is I really can't help but notice I have a thing on my screen that says low battery, and I only have 4% left. So I feel like some of you watching in Stack C, this is you. This is describing you right now, your well-being, your energy level. You have a low battery, and it's time for you to re-energize yourself and give to yourself. I also feel like with this 4%, it gives me this feeling like you're running out of time. So you may feel like you're on the spot or you have to make a decision right now. The truth is, it's not really ever a good time to make a decision when you have this sense of urgency. It's difficult to be able to weed out all of that stuff and pressure coming at you from other people and to really find out, what's the best decision for me. So let's move on to the last deck for you, which are the Healing Crystal playing cards. Awesome. So your first card out is Howlite, and the number 8 stands for prosperity and infinite abundance. So I just want to tell you, even if it seems like you're running out of time, you're not. The other thing is Howlite is an incredibly calming stone, very calming, very supportive. So in order for you to be able to make the best decision for you, number 3, get yourself a piece of Howlite. I'll put a link in the description. Get yourself into some quiet time and really allow your higher self to speak to you and tell you what the right decision is for you about this situation. And I want to try to get one more card for you. Okay, great. So your next card is Galena, and you'll notice this is a king. So a king is in their masculine energy. This is the right side up. So this is a powerful leader. This is not somebody who bosses other people around, but this is someone who has power and isn't afraid to stand in their power. So this isn't about being angry or resentful. This is about standing in your own power and not making a decision if you're not ready to. And Galena is a very detoxifying, grounding, and centering stone, and it has to do with your root chakra. So I feel like some of you watching this, there's a paternal figure in your life, or could be a husband, could be a brother, could be a coworker who is putting some pressure on you. And Galena is a metal. So metal is really good for deflecting negative energy or anxious energy or any type of energy that somebody is trying to put on you. And that is what I'm getting from this reading. Someone's putting pressure on you and you may need to tell them to back off. Do it in a classy way. You don't ever want to go down to their level, but it is more than okay for you to say, I'm not ready to make this decision yet. I'm really not sure. So that is all I have for you, Stack C. Thank you so much to all the people who watched Stack A, Stack B, and Stack C. Again, I'm Jaime Pfeffer. Please visit my website for other free resources. It's jaime-p.com. I have so much good stuff on there. I have a free meditation, Jumpstart Your Day, that you can sign up for. And before you go, I would love to know, how did this reading resonate with you and what action are you going to take as a result? Leave me a message, a comment down below, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.